What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You have your boy Jordan GK back with another video. Guys, we have modern woman blames men for Onlyfans. What? Are you seriously kidding me? So what about PH, all the other porn industries and websites that you had before that? You want to blame men for Onlyfans? Why are you blaming men for Onlyfans? For what? Apparently it's the platform where you're making your millions, you're making your 6 figures every month. So hey, if you're blaming men for that, isn't that not a good thing? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing these OnlyFans girls that are earning up to 6 figures a month, up to millions. I think I heard that one woman, I can't remember her name now, she made like 2 mil in a month. Like I cannot wait to hear this, man, what she has to say about OnlyFans, man, because at the end of the day, it's always men that are in the wrong. It's always men, a man's fault. You never want to take accountability for your own actions and for what you do as a woman. Like, no one told you to go on OnlyFans and set up an account and start trying to make money off OnlyFans. No one told you to do that. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
Would you guys date a girl? Would you marry a girl, mother of your children, who has done corn?
I want you to go first. Come on, RJ, please.
Listen,
No.
I agree with both of what you're saying.
No.
To be honest, but I follow more so what Pearl's saying. We all have choices. Like, you can be from a poor background and still be successful. You could choose a life that's makes you a bad, quote unquote, bad citizen, or you can choose
Bad
to
citizen.
leave.
That's a strong word.
Very bad.
Listen.
You could be a criminal. You could.
But what is okay? Criminal and sex work is super different.
Hey,
Yes.
Super
Think
different.
about it. You don't have to be a sex worker. There's so many things.
But
Because
sex
think about it,
work
when you
is
think about sex work. Think about it. Your body. If you think about it, your body. We're talking about soul ties right now.
yeah.
So
but we
basically,
started talking
don't
about we started talking
Let
about
him finish.
giving yourself to multiple people here and there. You don't think you're getting soul ties from that?
But in what way are you talking about? Physically or just over like a app?
It's different with physically and then emotionally as well. You can give yourself to someone physically, but you never gave them to emotionally. It's quite different,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay. Also, let's talk about the fact that this whole world of OnlyFans and whatnot was the consumers are men. It's not women, it's men. And women have been over sexualized throughout their life and have been, you know,
But we
like
sexualize ourselves.
I'm sorry. That's not true because
Yes, we
no,
do.
it's not. No, it's not because we grow up in a society that tells you like men will want you if you are a certain type of way, right? So like, okay, like sex work. Women wouldn't do that if men weren't like that. That's them capitalizing on the entire society.
But at least,
men have
but
built.
we have a backup plan. Like if a man is broke, he's broke and homeless. Like you don't see them like complain.
Also, this world is run by privileged white men. Women couldn't even vote until what? I don't even know.
40, 50
Why do
years
we
ago,
bring it?
And I agree in both the UK and
But what if,
Not now. I wouldn't say so now. The world's changing, man. The world is changing. Like, I feel like running the world now is completely different to what it was 50 years ago. 50 years ago, do you know how hard it was to, and like speaking upon like businesses, like do you know how hard it was to make 2 mil in your business 50 years ago? Like it took you years to try and generate that kind of money. Like whereas now you can pretty much make or start an online business now and you could probably make your first 2 mil within the space of 2 years. I don't know what kind of business model you go into, but that's the reality of today's world. So for me, running the world, I can't really say who runs the world today. I wouldn't really necessarily say it's white privileged white men now. Like I feel like you can run the world today, or you can be high in society today. If you're black, white, Asian, it doesn't really matter now. Like there's so many different paths and opportunities for you to get into that high status role. I understand what she's saying, but it's like that's 40, 50 years ago. Stop living in the past, live in the present. Like, and at the end of the day, sex workers you have a choice to become a sex worker. Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, men own the businesses to sex clubs and all these things, but it's like you choose as a woman to get into that industry. You have a choice. You don't make those choices. Women only solely make those choices because they think it's easy. It's like, well, I've got a nice body, I've got nice boobs, I've got a nice ass. Oh, do you know what? Let me try Onlyfans. Let me try and get into some sex work because it's easy. It's like if you really wanted to say, do you know what? Let me study this, or let me read the book on this, or let me start my online business on this, and actually go for that and actually work hard to get there. You probably would get there, but because I'm not saying sex work is easy. Like, I'm not saying that you can make loads of money from it. 40 years ago, you couldn't. But today, with OnlyFans, it's pretty much... the possibility is there. If you were to start an account today as a woman, get on OnlyFans, in the next year or so, you don't know how much money you could be making. Like, so, for me, I understand that argument, but is it valid in today's world?
Stop talking because it's getting too political. Your followers are going to be...
Yes. What we were talking about earlier.
It's getting too political, and so I'm going to shut up now. You're welcome. I'm going to shut up.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I'm going to shut up.
Don't worry, I'll pick it back up.
I feel like it's
Okay, what were you...
a bit of a cop-out, to be honest. I feel like it's a bit of a cop-out. Like, you still have to make your choices by yourself. You don't have to do certain things that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So even though, quote unquote, men.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Every woman in today's society, whether in America, if we're talking about America, you have a choice. Northern America, you have a choice to go down any career path you want. Whether it's doctoring, whether it's corporate world, whether it's your business, you have a choice to choose what you want to do.
Sexualized woman, this and that. There's a lot of smart women who know this and use it to their advantages to get in spaces where they can gain resources to boss up on these men. You don't have to.
That's fact.
Yeah.
How you're saying it, it's like you're saying that they have no choice.
I'm saying that let's not judge women that are brought to that point. That's what I'm saying.
We're not judging them.
What brings you to a point? You have a choice. Everything in life is a choice. No one brings you to a choice.
Okay. And I'm talking for the women who feel like they haven't had a choice in that situation. So you're talking about everything in life is a choice. But there are genuinely women who throughout their life have not been shown how to value themselves other than their sexuality, right? Their body. That is their commodity.
Okay.
So if that is their way of surviving in a very harsh world for a lot of people, a lot of women specifically, and that's how they provide, then who's to judge? And again.
But no one's judging though. Like, I don't, where's your point going? Who's judging? If you said that the men are the consumers of content on the OnlyFans, yeah, meaning that you're making your money off men subscribing to your account and your content, men aren't judging you on that. Like, we're not me personally, but we're the ones that are paying for your subscriptions, paying your rent, paying your bills on OnlyFans, paying for your lifestyle, especially the women that are making loads of money from it. The most of the subscriptions are men. Who's judging you? You're making money. Shut up. Like, 50 years ago, I could agree with you on it because it's like their women didn't really have a choice. Sex work, you'd probably earning your money, your average money, because that's the only thing you could do because you didn't have the choices and opportunities you have today. I understand that. Today, you have a choice, man. Like, you as a woman, you can go in corporate. You can become a nurse, a doctor. You can become a dentist. It doesn't matter.
Let me shut up.
But it's not judging to say I wouldn't.
No one's judging.
Marry that person.
No, that's your own personal
Yeah, that's
choice.
what I'm saying. Like, I think men have a right to be selective in who they date.
Yeah, that's not judgment.
And marry, yeah. And so I don't think that, like, we're entitled to their understanding. You know what I mean? Like, I think that, like, there's a difference between saying I wouldn't date that person and, you know, saying you're a terrible person because that's what you had to do.
I feel like there's also a difference, though. Like, for example, I have someone in my family who started doing sex work, OnlyFans, because she wanted some extra money, but she didn't need it. It's
Yeah.
like she had a place to live. I feel like that is a different situation. My opinion on that is completely different,
Right.
rather than someone who literally is just trying to survive.
Right. I just think you can't.
How much do they pay for my OnlyFans?
Someone who's trying to survive. So this is what I'm talking about. It's like, even if you're at that point where you're trying to survive as a woman, it's like, you know, you can, like, there are jobs out there, like working in the supermarket, working at McDonald's. Like, there are jobs like that where you're getting paid minimum wage. Like, there are jobs out there for you. Like, don't just turn to sex work because it's easy and you've got a phone. And to be honest with you, you probably would. It's like, you know what? I could probably make money off OnlyFans. I don't think they actually go into sex work or OnlyFans saying, do you know what? This is my only choice. No, don't judge me on this. Is my only choice. Like, I'm literally surviving. I have to get an OnlyFans account. I have to make money. Like, no, like, you can go into supermarkets. You can go into minimum wage jobs and earn money. Like, it doesn't have to be OnlyFans. Like, again, you have a choice.
This is curious.
This guy is on one. Yo, Juice, go get your man.
20% discount.
Bye bye.
He said 21.
Okay, wait. Pause for a second. That's what I was about to say. Thank you for the super chat in the comments. Pearl, you got the facts, and we back you up. She is talking crazy. Sorry.
That's fine, because your whole following is
Wait, what's going on?
anti-feminism,
This is live on
pro-male.
IG or Instagram?
YouTube.
Both.
I said a
And a
live
lot of
show.
your followers are also kind of
Hi
racist.
to all my
So
Canadian friends. Come out.
See?
that's why her followers hate me.
Why?
Because you stick up for what's right. And you
What's right to me, and that's
Hey,
why I don't like
everything
me.
is,
right.
everything is opinion based. It's fine.
Yeah.
My opinions
right
are
or
very
wrong.
strong, and that's why I shouldn't be on this type of platform.
They love you though.
They love
They
me, but
love
they
you.
hate me.
They hate love
Because you
you.
are who you are, but you're a warrior too.
I just
Judge people for being short.
yes.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, OnlyFans is a choice. Men can't, like, if they're 5'5", what are they supposed to do?
Yes, but
5'2"?
here's the thing. A lot of short men are rude because they have short man syndrome. That's just true.
So you don't think a short man can handle you?
No, I know that they can because I've had one before. That has
Only one, though. That's only one.
one, but that's only the one. That's the only one I've allowed.
She said she allowed.
So you like footed, you like big, tall, strong men.
Well,
Silverback gorillas in the concrete jungle.
do you see me? I'm a big bitch. Like, yes.
Not suitable for children.
Man, I say she want the strength with the leg.
Okay, second question. Do you guys believe in soul ties? Yes or no?
Define this soul ties for
God,
God.
please
A soul-
forgive me for what I'm about to say.
Define me for this.
A soulmate is like the one person you're
Nah.
supposed to end up with that's
Nah.
like right for you. A soul tie is like when you sleep with someone, you're like connected to them in some way.
No.
Because it's kind of interesting because birth control just changed the whole dating game so much. Because people used to get married so much younger. Like now the average age of first marriage in the UK is 31 for women and like 32 for men. And in the US it's like 28 for women, 29 for men.
Yeah, I
Where
feel like
before
it's
they used to get
also-
married like younger.
I feel like it's also because women are more independent now and have more financial
Oh, for
capability
sure.
to
Yep.
take care of themselves.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure, but that's what I'm saying. Like before, people would wait till they were married because they get married at like 17 to like 20, right? But now people are almost
Yep.
30, so they have like a whole decade of sleeping around. Go ahead.
Can I just ask you a question respectfully?
Yeah.
I forgot there was a show on Netflix last year around.
All right, we're gonna end it there. It's pretty much finished now. Well, the reason is because years ago they didn't have the common birth control pills that you could take today. Like, the technology is obviously caught up in the sex industry, and there's so many other ways of protection now. So not many women are getting pregnant, meaning not having to settle down, all that stuff. And obviously tradition was different back then. Like, marriage was very important. Stay-at-home mums, like, again, they didn't, like she said, didn't have the same opportunities and choices like they have today. So hence why the average marriage rate today is so much, the age range is so much higher. But going back to soul ties, do I believe in soulmates? Do I believe in soulmates? I don't know. I don't think I do. The reason being is because if you were like, if you had the same soul as someone else, or like you didn't have the same exact soul, but like your souls were 100% agreeable and everything, I just don't feel that that's reality, man. Like, I feel like it doesn't matter what relationship you get into or whoever you with. I mean, if you've had past experience of relationships, there isn't always a binding kind of lever, if that makes sense. Like, there's always going to be something that frustrates you about your partner. There's always going to be something that they agree on, you don't agree on. So there's always like a kind of like a binding lever that kind of sways one way to the other. Do I believe that like you can meet someone that has the same interests and hobbies as you and has the same mindset as you? Yes, but that doesn't mean you're soulmates. No, I just feel like we all individually have our own souls, and we do, you know, tend to meet people that we just have the same kind of interests and same kind of views upon the world. You know, that doesn't mean you're soulmates. You know, I don't believe in all that kind of unrealistic stuff. But going back to the whole kind of sex work and OnlyFans thing, like, you don't really have a point in this day and age unless you've been brought up in an abusive home and all you know is sex work and you've had to be a prostitute on the streets since you were a kid. That's completely different. But in today's world, like the modern woman that has both parents in her life, a freedom of choice to be able to go into any career path, any university, any kind of sort of business or side hustle they want to get themselves into, they can do that. They have the opportunity to do that. Like, the only reason why more women now are getting into OnlyFans is because they see the amount of money women are making in this industry, and it's like, you say it's men's fault, or it's the man that controlled it. Well, yeah, we're the ones that are giving you that. Like, we're the ones that are making that kind of money because of us, because men are subscribing to you. Like, men are almost helping you, you know. So for me, as a woman, you have a choice, man. Like, you really do. Like, there is no excuse. And if you are struggling as a woman financially, listen, OnlyFans isn't the only route you can go down. There are so many other business opportunities you can get yourself down. Even if you get yourself like a part-time job and then you're investing that money into kind of like a business or a side hustle that you want to eventually take on, there are so many other pathways, man, for real. Anyway, guys, you have your boy Jordan, and I'll see you in the next video.